YouTube, once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Before we get into this Mississippi State versus Auburn matchup, the initial take on this game, just take some time and subscribe to the channel and also leave some comments. I really get a kick out of some of the comments that are made, and it makes for a real entertaining lineup. Okay, so as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Let's get into this. Okay, so Auburn takes on Mississippi State over in Starkville. Last time Auburn went over to Starkville, they lost that football game, which started a downward skid for the Tigers back in 2018, where they gave up over 450 yards per game, about 30-plus points per game, and also couldn't get teams off the field. They gave up about between 22 and 25 first downs per game. That could be problematic going into a game like this because Mike Leach, who spent a lot of time at Washington State, he has what you call this air raid offense. This is no strange thing in college football as it relates to Mike Leach because, look, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. During his career at Washington State, his quarterbacks threw the ball 591 times per year and also was able to roll up about 4,000 yards per year. So this whole air raid thing is definitely not a myth. Now, this season, the air raid it's kind of getting off to a slow start, kind of like it did when he first started at Washington State. He's had to kind of go through two quarterbacks. The first part of the year, he had KJ Costello, a senior out of the state of California. He didn't do too terrible, but then the latter part of the season, after the third game, they started going with Will Rogers, the local talent out of Brandon, Mississippi. When we look at this thing initially, Auburn actually runs a 4-2-5 defense, which could be okay in this game. But there are two players that are really going to have to show up because they're usually the straws that break the camel's back for Auburn, and that is Smoke Monday and Christian Tutt. Those guys have to be assignment savvy. As a matter of fact, Christian Tutt has been caught napping a couple of times this year. Smoke Monday gave the big one up against Alabama. So it's going to be really important that these guys stay at home, that they really are, like I said before, assignment savvy. One good thing for the defense is they don't have to worry about being pounded by the offensive line because mostly what they're going to be trying to do is generating a pass rush. But don't be shocked if Mike Leach because he's had running backs in the past that have had 800,000-yard rushing years before. So don't be surprised if, because of Auburn's defensive front woes and linebacker woes, if they don't try to incorporate some running plays in this game and really exploit that part of the interior portion of the football field where Auburn has tended to struggle all year. So just an initial take. We got some more information coming. I just want to give a brief introduction as far as where Mississippi State is right now. They're actually definitely struggling to win some games because as of right now, if you look at their schedule, it's looking real shaky over there. Haven't won a game. They beat Vanderbilt November 7th, but they went on a 4-game losing streak, losing to Arkansas, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and Alabama all in one skid. And now they're currently on another losing streak, losing to Georgia 31. Losing to Georgia and Mississippi State in identical fashion, 31-24. So they're looking to capitalize. They're looking to get one more win. Actually, they have a chance to get 2 more wins as they face Auburn and Missouri. The only issue is they're struggling with trying to keep players. Colin Hill, running back, just decided to go into the transfer portal. Not the transfer portal, but he opted out for the rest of the season, presumably going to try out for the NFL. So it's been really, really tough for them to have the scholarship players necessary to play on a week in and week out basis, which was the issue when they were about to play Auburn earlier. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Leave your comments about how you think this game could possibly go. Again, my name is Kennard Vernon Stewart here for Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.